Hello everybody and welcome to a Critically Average adventure, and this is the Critically Average crew playing the Wild Beyond The Witchlight, the official D&D module. When last we saw our festival carnival goers, well, they had uncovered a whole range of mystery and intrigue happening at the Witchlight Carnival. Some things going missing, people trying to get the attention of Mr. Witch and Mr. Witchlight, the carnival owners, specifically a Kenku named Kettlesteam, who'd stolen the voice of the mime Candlefoot, which was then returned by Uriah to him. He then took his voice and proposed to the mermaid, Palsha. Then they went to Lost Property and spoke to Duragan, who was looking after two children, and told them about their missing cub, gave a silver ball to Rosalind, which was their cub's favourite toy, if they helped to investigate. We kind of left off with these guys, Lokiri, about to attend the halfway time Big Top extravaganza. Now, half of them had gone inside to watch the performance, and half of them had decided to sneak around the back and try and get into the staff area to try and help either Kettlesteam, who was a rather annoying Kenku who had been causing trouble all around the carnival, trying to get attention from Mr. Witch and Mr. Light by being naughty, basically, by annoying them and trying to get like a meeting with them or something like that to investigate where their patron, why they can contact their patron, who is named Ziblina. Yeah, these guys basically captured them, stopped them from being annoying, or thought they did, and then they started tripping up children. Being pretty rank in general. But yourself, Lokiri, we'll start with you.
So they sound like my kind of people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's absolutely amazing outside. That moon set this morning, I was like, it's coming. It's gonna look beautiful.
How distinct that we have a full moon on the night of our of the Witchlight Big Top.
Continue, yeah. Lokiri, you
I got popcorn.
Are standing near Uriah and everyone. I'm going to have to do a bit of a rewind just to get back to Lokiri. You make your excuses to kind of move away from the party, saying, I think my words, role-playing you were, it would be a delight to see you again. And then you are cursorily grabbed by the scruff of the neck, and as you kind of half peer around, this humongous form, large creature, hairy, with a pair of blue dungarees on and nothing else but blue dungarees, and a jack-o'-lantern for a sort of half hat, half helmet, with two great big bat-like ears sticking out the side with tufts of fur, has picked you up and starts marching you towards the side of the Big Top.
Excuse me. Do you know who you are manhandling? I demand that you put me down this instant.
I'm afraid not.
Under whose authority are you allowed to wander around and pick up innocent civilians that have paid their fee to get into this here carnival? What do you think you're doing?
I think I'm collecting you like I've been told.
Under whose authority?
The highest that exists within the carnival, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Well, I demand to be taken to them at once. I would very much wish to discuss this.
If you could just be quiet, because that's actually where we're going. I don't like you.
Trust me, the feeling's mutual.
Good.
But this is unacceptable. This is a heinous act, and this will be rectified.
I'm sure it will be. And he pulls up where your wings should be, your entrance wings, and there's nothing there. He says, "Paid your dues," and kind of carries you towards the side of the big top. He heads up and round to the right of the tent as you would face if you were looking right at the front of the big top. If you'd like me to ping the location, I'll ping it here, kind of going around this way. Maybe I'll get the measure. Is that easier? Yeah, you've kind of been marched from the Hall of Illusions up this way. That's a really weird coloured icon, and then up and around the side here. Yeah. As you're marching, he's kind of humming to himself, and the hum is but you're coming up round to the one side of it, and as he's humming, the music is the same music that seems to constantly be being piped out of this small mechanical organ that sits to the side of that main entranceway bit, just between the big top and the ticket booth. The music playing jolly, and everything seems to mix in with that toning, and he every now and then gets a bum note, but most of the time he's on key. Walks towards this thicket of hedge that's really quite tall, very, very, very densely connected shrubbery, impassable by most means, you would think. He just kind of cursorily waves his hand like this, and an archway opens, and in the hedge, just instantaneously, the branches pull back, and he's able to get through into the space. As you walk in, you see people preparing things for the big top show. There's like people running, fetching buckets of different things, including confetti, water, baked beans, as we discussed previously, and dildos apparently as well. You don't want to know, George. You really don't want to know.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did until I watched the episode the other day, and I was like, "Oh dear, what the heck?" As you're walked through, you are in like a staff area. The bush that's 20 foot high shuts behind you, and there's a circle of wagons. And you see one that's slightly more gaily decorated, more finery. I mean, they're all very beautifully painted with this intricate weaving of presume probably Elvish caricatures, figures like writing. Do you read Elvish? You do. So you can see stuff proclaiming about the Witchlight Carnival, greatest show this side of the Fae, all that kind of stuff, like promotional kind of things. And it glitters and glimmers, and it's almost like it's got lighting within the metallic writing. Imagine like how canal boats look with those beautiful gypsy kind of styled Romanian gypsy styled stuff going on there, and you are being kind of pulled towards the brightest of the wagons, and you see a rather miserable looking clown, dressed mostly in kind of like a aquamarine reflective satin attire, great big gold pom-poms, and all the filigree and seams are gold with purple edging, and they have a great big pipe and the makeup is done like this. The smile is done up on the face, but the lips, the actual real lips, are definitely in a grimace, and they have a bubble pipe that they are, and great big bubbles are coming up, growing big, popping, and little clouds of smoke are coming out of it. Anything you'd like to do at this point?
Am I still being manhandled by this creature?
Yeah, you're picked up at the moment, so consider yourself grappled but moving.
I mean, I feel like the entire journey there, Lokiri is just going to be kind of muttering expletives in the 4 different languages that he knows.
Okay. So yeah, anyone that's in common, he says, "That's very rude. That's unpleasant. I don't appreciate that." It is like there's a helicopter in your microphone.
Oh, for God's sake. Then kind of as soon as I cotton on that that he can understand me in common, I'm going to switch to a different language and kind of cuss him out in a different language.
Yeah. So as the character carries you over, there's kind of the clown like glares at you, but almost glares more at the individual carrying you. The individual carrying you pays a no ride and marches you towards the wagon. The door is open and you are kind of gestured to go inside, and the creature, now you can see properly, you'd probably work out that it's a bugbear. Kind of says, "Go on in you go." Nothing. Budgie is a little helicopter. Georgie's got a helicopter.
Have you got another headset or anything else you can use? Technical difficulty.
We apologise for the inconvenience. You got to dig some bits out, George. We'll leave you for a minute, yeah? We'll come back in a sec. Okay. Yeah, so while we leave our Lokiri sorting out why his headphones aren't working, we shall go... Where should we go for some rolls? Get some rolls going. Let's have the sneakers. So round the side of the main tent, this is several hours later than our Lokiri going in. We have, let me just get it right, Rosalind, Cramlin, and Vivian on the outside, going round to get through, find out what's wrong.
Yeah.
And you've also got with you Kettlesteam the Kenku, who is morphed currently into a tall elf. Tall female elf. Well, male elf, I think. No, male elf it was, yeah. Trying to look nonchalant.
Just going to check, is this any better?
Yeah, that's lovely.
Sick.
Do you want to carry on? But Diaz/Vivian, what ring did you give me? Did you give me a ring that does something? Because I don't have it on my character sheet.
Yeah, it's an infusion, so you won't find it. But it is a spell of refuting, so a 3rd level or lower, and you can regain that back for a spell slot.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You have to attune to the ring, unless Pete's like super cool and lets you attune to the ring right away.
I mean, Pete is super cool, but he might not let me attune to the ring.
No, not for this bit. But like, you can have a rest at some point. I'm thinking like it's
Yeah,
getting late.
when we go eat, you can tweet to the right.
Yeah.
It's
I'll
the
show
midday
you.
performance, guys. So bellies might be rumbling at this point. Certainly Strelok's after the show. Strelok will have had a lot of excitement, and you know how it goes. Kids at a thing afterwards. It's always toffee apples and whatever they have here at the Witchlight. So, are you okay, Lokiri, if we just carry on with these guys, get see where we go, and then we'll hop back to you in the past? Okay, what would you like to do?
Where were we exactly? Were we already at like
On the
at
right
the
hand
Thorn
side.
Wall or something?
We were sort of going around the side. We were sort of heading, I think, around the right-hand side again. I think that was the same way that I went one time, just to kind of do a sneaky, not so sneaky actually, little recce. But I think we're heading around that way. I guess as long as there's like no, visible swarms of guards or traps or whatever, I suppose. If it looks clear, we'll go around that way.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where you come across the individual known as Kettlestein, who said, "Met you."
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, Kettlestein was waiting there for us. Right, now I remember. Yes. Okay, sorry.
That's right. It's been a while.
It has.
Like a month or so. Oof.
Been more than a hot minute, they say. So yeah, the Sneky around the side. What are you doing, Sneckers?
Was Kremlin just gonna let us in, or were we just gonna jump in? I don't remember.
Can you get in? Kremlin.
Staff permits.
We've been terribly naughty. We have to be put in time out.
Entrance to the staff area.
Yes.
Staff area. Off limits.
Oh my god. You just wanna punch on something.
Kettlestein, get us in.
Don't.
Kettlestein, do you have any,
Disguises?
or ideas?
Kettlestein says, "Can change me," and changes themselves into a small child with a lollipop.
Oof.
Oh, that's not good for Kremlin.
Kremlin immediately tries to take the lollipop.
Kremlin!
Okay, Dex versus Dex, I guess, just for shits and giggles.
Sorry, Aki is going bananas because Aki's got such an obsession with James that he doesn't like it when James is doing anything other than like paying attention to Aki. Yeah.
How cute.
23?
Yeah.
You now have a really large lollipop.
Is it real though? Oh.
No.
Kremlin lips the lollipop.
There's no taste to it. It's kind of illusory, but it looks like you're holding a giant lollipop now.
Okay, Vivian, maybe it's up to us to find a way through. Just maybe you two be not suspicious.
Kremlin not suspicious.
Should we see if we can see a way, Vivian?
Kremlin hides
Yeah,
behind the
I'm
lollipop.
looking at the stuff I have right now just to make sure.
Won't let me in.
Wait, let me check something real quick. Oh, okay, that works. How tall is like the fence thing?
20 feet. 20 feet solid thicket, about 5 foot deep, if I remember. 20 foot high, 5 foot thick wall of thorns, basically.
And did Rosalind tell us that when she went to go investigate that it opened up, or did she just
I
not?
don't think we had time to, but Rosalind can share that information now when you're standing there.
Sorry, I was listening to the cat be bananas. I remember I saw like some of the hedgerow part, Vivian, when one of the staff members, a large chap with overalls. Sorry?
It was a stilt walker.
Stilt walker. Oh, it wasn't the chap with overalls.
No.
It was a stilt walker. Okay. Yeah, they magically parted, I suppose. Maybe it's got some kind of enchantment on it or something. Perhaps we should.
All right, I'm gonna try something before I decide to use one of my things. Can I?
No, I don't have a path, but I wonder if.
Can I like grab Kremlin and like get him closer to the wall to see if it opens up?
Yeah. Kremlin, are you willing for this?
You're being handled.
I think Kremlin's going to go fairly limp at this point. He doesn't really like being touched.
Just like
So
a
you just want to. All right, I'll just grab you by the
Like a
back of
really-
your shirt.
Like a rubber chicken.
Yeah, Kremlin kind of goes a bit limp when that happens. You know, like when you hold a bird, they're quite hard to
Yeah.
hold. Yeah.
Yeah. You okay? So you
Yeah, I'm gonna drag him to the wall and see if it opens up.
currently have manual control over Kremlin.
Yeah.
It's like using like a contactless
Take
card.
him back.
Yeah, you're trying
Like
to
a
use
dowsing
contactless, trying to like swipe him on the wall like
Still
this.
got a lollipop
Yeah.
as well, so it's sort of holding that.
How,
If
how,
nothing does anything happen?
how close do you get them to the wall?
I don't know, like almost pressing him against it.
Pressing him against it or not? That's the key.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you make me a dexterity saving throw, Kremlin?
Yes.
Oh, Kremlin.
Have a
With
look.
disadvantage because he's limp.
Yeah, just press that. Ooh.
It's 11.
11.
Ooh.
You take 2 damages. Thorns start spiking your face as you're being.
All right.
He has the lollipop in front of his. Oh, but it's illusory.
Yeah.
Spiky lollipop.
Spikes! Ah! Kremlin, spikes!
All right. Seeing that didn't work, I guess I'll pop out my wings. Then we just.
When you're placed on the ground, Kremlin, Kettlestein walks over to you in a similar way and says, "Spikes."
Many spikes.
The fact that they didn't tell us before, it's on them. But yeah, I'll pop out my wings,
Mhm.
and they're like this. It's like a mixture of
Kitty.
black and white feathers,
Mhm.
and like it's only me and Rosalind, right? That's going in there.
I mean,
There's the gang. You got a whole gang.
All right. I guess
yeah, interesting.
one by one, bridal style, I just carry them in there. Cause I got a minute of flight.
Well, maybe Vivian, have a look before we go
Oh yeah.
over.
Oh yeah. I guess I could. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you soar up 25, 30 feet, I'm guessing.
Around there.
And you're looking over the wall, over this hedge. You see this array of brightly painted wagons, as I've described before, beautifully decorated. But at this point, you see the place is quite
Empty.
abandoned. You see a few people around the edge. You hear a great noise coming out of the rear, like stage entrance to the big top, and you see very few people in this area at all. If you'd
Right,
like to
yeah.
make a perception check to see if there is anyone on guard, you may do.
Oh yes. Perception. If I could find that. Okay, here we go. Oh, not bad. 15.
You do see the chap that you saw accost Lokiri,
Oh,
the pumpkin-headed individual.
and which way is he facing? Like away from us?
He's at the moment he's kind of standing next to a wagon and looks like he's picking a bit of paint off. But then he stops
Yeah.
and then he walks around a little bit and then looks at another bit of the fence and then like picks at a nail, sighs, walks around a little bit more. And that's it. Then there's walking around inside.
So can I time it to like bring everyone in there without being seen?
Okay, so we'd have this as a something for timing. Intelligence,
All right.
I think.
great
for
at that.
timing. Is that what everyone would do? I'm not sure. Game masters?
Oh, 18 plus 5, 23.
Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah. So you think there's a point where he's going to walk behind one of the caravans and the view from where you are is blocked. Who are you going to grab?
Rosalind, and then Kremlin, and then Kelliston.
Okay, so Rosalind first. So Rosalind, you are accosted, hoisted up by Vivian with these grey black wings, and they lift you up and drop you the other side of the fence. Okay. And you think that you don't hear any shout outs, any cry outs or anything like that. Yeah.
Right, Kremlin then.
Okay.
And then hisses as you
23, did you say?
Yeah.
You think you probably got time to get 2 over without being seen. You might have to cause some sort of distraction if you're going to get the others unseen and remain hidden within the space.
Distraction. A distraction.
Rosie, you're the other side. What do you want to do? You're kind of out in the open at the moment. You're just the other side of the well-walked path where you've seen people in and out through the hedgings.
Is there anywhere behind a wagon to sort of, or underneath the wagon to sort of slide under? And maybe, you know, I'm going to hide, do a little moulder behind me so that I don't leave tracks.
Okay, there will be a stealth check then, please, as well. Involved in-
Okay. Oh dear, it's not going to be a good night for Rosie. 8.
Oh.
No.
Where's his stuff here?
You know when a dice like slides just on one number, it just slid on the 3
Nice.
just across the screen. It's like, this isn't going to roll, it's going to slide.
Yeah, so yeah, you're going to make a distraction, Vivian. You're going to get another one over, so you can get Kremlin over. The third one, you're going to have to think of a distraction. Kremlin, you are now over the wall also. What would you like to do?
can Kremlin check if he actually remembers where the staff entrance is?
Oh my
Now that he's on the other side.
We didn't ask him, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did ask you.
Yeah.
Now he's on the other side, he might remember.
Kremlin, it's behind where you've been put down.
Kremlin turns and tries to open the door.
Just waves at it. You know, like when like automatic doors don't open because you're not on the right pressure pad.
Mhm.
Yeah. You try it, you jump up and down, you try and wave at it, you at it, and
No door, no door, no door.
They hate Kremlin that much. He doesn't have access.
like, he's had his staff pass revoked, like staff pass revoked.
I think like Kremlin's staff pass is like drawn in crayon or something. It's like not real. You drew
It
it
just has
yourself.
one F.
Staff.
Gremlin tries to hide where you were trying to hide.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it wouldn't be
see
hard to
that-
perceive me.
Well, yeah, you could try and perceive, but I think with an 8, it's quite easy to see like the feet sticking out a little bit from under the wagon.
He tries to also hide Rosalind a bit more as well while he hides.
Okay, so you can
So
roll with
sorry,
you can roll your stealth with an assist, and Gremlin, you can roll a stealth. So you
Oh,
get
right, so I roll stealth again.
yeah, because you're being assisted by Gremlin trying to stuff you under a wagon.
Okay. Yeah, that's your stuff.
I got a 20.
Oh,
I got a 17.
Hey,
better. There we go. So yeah,
Question, DM. In regards to the map, like how long would it take from the staff tent area to get to the big top, or vice versa?
depending where you are, like it's probably a couple of, maybe a dash from one side of the staff area across, maybe
Okay.
maybe a dash, maybe 90 feet, like across from.
Just to get an idea of scale, just in case.
You got.
Oh, do you mean like to go from like the seating area in the big top through
Just-
out the stuff?
Just
Yeah.
traveling from point A to point B, roughly.
So the circumference would take maybe 2 dashes. I'm saying, maybe to get to the staff entrance, you've probably got 90-foot radius. I'm going to say for the internal area of the staff area, and then inside the tent itself, you've got the kind of stanzas that go up the bleachers, and then you've got the central area, which is 60-foot diameter.
So everything's pretty close together. It's nothing. It's not like we're running around for minutes. It's
You're nearby.
Everything's nearby and within a decent view. Okay.
Yeah. You are under. You're hidden as far as you think. Vivian, are you going to try and get a kettle steam,
yeah.
or just fuck
Yep,
that?
yep. Let me see what. Do I only have to worry about myself or just kettle steam?
The both of you, you'd be at risk of being seen because you're going to go and grab someone. He's kind of walking behind that thing, and there's for a brief moment where they're, behind this wagon, where the view is directly obscured for where you're flying and you're lifting people over this fence, this wall of thorns.
All right, I'll cast invisibility on myself so
Okay.
that I'm not out there
Mm-hmm.
and only have to worry about kettle steam and just quickly getting them over.
Okay, so you get to roll your stealth check with advantage to remain hidden.
Right.
But it's kind of weird because you're carrying something that isn't invisible.
Yeah. Oh, 18.
Even with your disadvantage, with your advantage, yeah, lovely. Okay,
Yeah,
I've got to find out what their stat.
because I also have the Cloak of Elvenkind. Artificers, man, they're the best. Especially when they're greedy with their infusions.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the Witchlight stat block. Here's that thing. So, oh no, they don't seem to see this individual get hoisted up and over and put beside. You are invisible, and Kettle Steam looks around for a place to hide themselves, and they try to run and hide, and then there's a "Oi! What are you doing here? I've told you before you can't come in here. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light do not want to see you again in this place." "Just child," No, it's not. There's only 2 idiots that come to this carnival repeatedly that speak like that, and one of them can't disguise themselves. Just child. And you see this fellow with like dungarees and a pumpkin hat as you stand perfectly still, Vivian. Grab Kettle Steam, march them out through the wall opening. The thorns kind of pulling back, unknotting and twisting and everything as he waves a hand at it, and just throwing them through. Now get out there, enjoy the place, but don't cause any more trouble. I ain't got time to throw you out now. I've got to watch for the show. And they march back in, and the thorns close back over.
A quick question. What exactly was the plan in coming here?
So we want to, so we're helping Kettle Steam.
Yes, we just got kicked out.
So there are 2 objectives to being in the staff area. Tofu. The first objective is Kettle Steam wants to find out about Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. They are doing something not nice, and something about their patron. I think we know that it's Sablina.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. Their patron was Sablina.
Yeah, and they are refusing to see Kettle Steam. Yes, refusing to see Kettle Steam. And Kettle Steam decided to just cause do not nice things like stealing the voice, so that they could, something about like causing fuss will make people be seen, get the attention of the carnival. Whereas I don't think we wanted to cause ruckus, but we still want to try and see if we can eavesdrop on Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and kind of maybe go through their trailer. But also, I think, I don't really know how to want this, but I think also we're trying to rescue Lokiri. We don't really know this guy.
No, we don't care about him.
Do you know he's there yet?
No, we don't. We don't.
Oh, I think we do.
No.
We
No. We know he got taken away. We don't know where. Or do we?
You saw him marched in that general direction by the same bugbear. You would maybe assume that he was taken there, but this was several hours ago that this occurred.
Yeah.
So maybe at this point, now you're inside, we'll switch back to Lokiri and find out what did actually happen to Lokiri. Lokiri.
Yeah. I'm invisible for 1 hour, by the way. So
you see a nice new lion skin rug hanging up in one of the.
Or not.
Yeah. So what you're gestured to go up this set of steps.
Okay. As I'm kind of walking up these steps, I'm going to kind of on my right arm. My robe is a little bit loose around my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use, if I can remember where it is, I would like to use, send a telepathic message to the thing that's up my sleeve. I think I told you about this, Pete, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah. I would like to kind of communicate, be like, have a look around, see what you can find, and come back to me. Kind of put my arm behind my back as I'm walking up, and said creature will slide out and have a sneaky look around.
Does for telepathic message,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be on the same plane?
So any creature within 30 feet.
You try to ping it, nothing happens.
Huh? What? I don't have my little friend.
You can check if you like.
Okay, yeah. When nothing happens, I'm going to kind of stop and kind of look down my sleeve
It's not there.
I'm going to check the other sleeve.
Not there.
Have you checked your butthole?
I'm going to take my finger. I'm going. No. Kind of look around a bit, kind of puzzled, and I'm going to try and ping it again. Huh. Well, there goes one of my plans. Okay. I'm going to start. Yeah, well, carry on walking up these stairs. And before I get to, is there like a door at the top?
It's yeah, like a like one of those double doors that's like open on the top half. That's
Okay.
open towards you, and the bottom half is still shut. Like
Okay.
like you can come and look in here, but we're not accepting visitors really. Like
Yeah.
it's the casual mode. It's like
Yeah. Okay, so kind of like just before my face kind of gets up to where someone would be able to see it.
Yeah.
I'm going to change it
okay,
quite drastically from what it normally is.
okay, which is an elf at the moment. Is that right? Was the last one you were?
No, just human. No, yes. Was I elven? Yes, I was elven.
Yeah, you were elven. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it's kind of gonna change from elven to a bit more human.
Mm-hmm.
So still got like long dark flowing hair, jawline that could cut glass. Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of get up to the opening and kind of knock on the bit of wood that's sticking out. That's the door. Like, excuse me, I was told to come up these stairs.
Oh, do come in.
Oh, okay. Does this door open outwards? Do I need to take a step back to open it, or does it open inwards?
Towards you.
Okay. I will open said door, and on the way in, I will attempt to close both parts of the door.
Leave it. We like a breeze. Oh, need to get your errand before the show this afternoon.
As
Hello.
you wish.
What you see before you is you see a gaily dressed elf in like a skin tight red leotard, head to toe, very slim, very thin, diamond patterning all over it, silver diamonds all over it, and then like kind of like a jester's hat with a white frill around it, great big pom-poms on the end of it, and you see reclining in a bed in like a bunk, a larger, more sort of sturdy looking individual who is like in a suit, like an old American style suit. It is brown with a red waistcoat, and he has a red corsage on him, and he is completely bald and little slightly grey to the skin. Both this individual, and little point ears. You probably make out that they were elves, both of them, by their immediate appearance to you.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Mr. Light, and this, my compatriot, partner in festivities, Mr. Rich. Hello.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Really, is it?
Yes, of course. Why would it not be? Pray tell.
You don't seem to be having much fun. So?
Oh no, I'm having plenty of fun. Don't you worry. I'm thoroughly enjoying your carnival. I'm not, however, enjoying the big oaf who abducted me from my festivities and from my fun to bring me against my will over here. Surely he could have just asked.
He could. Would you have come?
If he'd have asked nicely, of course.
make a deception check.
Who's to say I'm deceiving?
You wouldn't fucking come. You're the king.
No, you're right. Oh, fuck's sake. 11.
Okay. Straight for it. It's like, they're like, you wouldn't have come. There's no way that you would have come willingly at our behest.
We'll agree to disagree. What is it that I can do for you, fine gentlemen?
The elf, like in the tight leotard, pulls from beside them this great big like stripe, this cane, with like a kind of spinning part on the top of it that rotates round, and every now and then it gets sort of slightly faster, and there's something. It's almost like you can feel something being drawn into the end of this like spinning wand that they hold. You say, something tells me you have been being rather unsavory at the carnival.
Can you provide me with the details of these allegations, or is it just
I do not want to go into what misdemeanors you have been committing in our lovely happy carnival, but you have made the mood unsavory, and this is not acceptable. That's why we brought you here.
I mean, if you can't provide proof, then how do you know it was me?
This is all the proof I need. And they hold the wand.
What, a stick with a spinning top?
They say, this staff, this wand, monitors the mood of the carnival.
Yes.
And anyone that is creating joy and happiness, I will know about it. And anyone that is creating misery and unkindness, I will also know about it. He knows about anyone that's being an asshole, is what he's trying to say.
I'm going to ignore that guy that's just called me an asshole and continue talking to the gentleman with the high-pitched voice. But if the main focus of this carnival is to have joy and happiness, then surely, as well as me enjoying my time here with your wonderful attractions, surely me creating my own joy as well would that not be acceptable?
No. The overall feeling is what that matters. The greater good of the carnival.
The greater good. Sorry, it was right there. Okay, well,
We just don't want you spoiling everyone's fun and everyone's time here.
I'm not spoiling anyone's fun at all. If anything, I'm making people's experiences more rememberable.
That poor halfling will remember he proposed and then shat himself.
Yes, you're right. That was rather funny. That did bring me a lot of joy, I won't lie.
They are deadly serious, like the face.
So am I.
Like there's not even like a crack of a smile. Those eyes peer at you like, you know, like the teacher telling off moment where you're like, oh, that kind of thing. We do not wish to throw you out of the carnival at all.
And I would not wish to be sent out of this carnival.
Very well, then let us come to some sort of agreement.
I apologize for creating my own joy at the expense of others. It will not happen again. I do sincerely apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'll roll. I'll roll. Please don't be shit. 19.
Well, he do is a sorcerer.
And plus an intelligence to this, aren't I? Yeah. 4, 1, 2. What did you roll, sorry, George?
19.
There's this kind of stalemate, and they look at you. There's this kind of look of I'm not sure, and the guy on the bed says, he kind of turns around, like swings the legs over the edge of the bed, and you realise how big this individual is. They fill the bunk. They are a big elf, and they swing their legs down, and they button up the jacket and reach into a pocket, and they pull out a pocket watch that flicks open and ticks into the silence of in the space as the other elf pierces you. Says, "We don't always have time to be dealing with individuals like you. For now, we will let you be, and you may return and enjoy the festivities. Maybe you could tell us one thing," and then close the watch and put it back in the pocket. "We're always interested as to why individuals choose to come to the Witchligh Carnival. Now, what brought you here?"
Well, I had a few spare days, and I saw an advert for this fine place.
Did it have a hole in the middle of it?
I beg your pardon?
The poster. Did the poster have a hole in it? In the middle?
Oh, I can't remember for the life of me. I'm afraid. I just remember hearing of the Witchlight Carnival.
Okay.
And I thought I'd swing by and see what it was, seeing as I had a few.
You can roll an
spare
intelligence to
moments.
see if you do remember.
Oh no, I'm completely chatting at my ass.
Okay.
Completely chatting at my ass.
So they go. They say, "You're just here for the fun, then."
Yes, I'm here for the enjoyment of the carnival, all the fun of the fair, if you will.
There's plenty of fun to be had, though you don't seem to have indulged in it much. How many tickets do you have on your card?
I couldn't possibly say I've had that much fun. I appear to have misplaced it.
A misplaced card.
Yes.
Those are supposed to be some of our wings, are they?
I beg your pardon?
Those upon your back.
What about it?
They've got kind of wings. They're like very bad representations of what they would produce at the ticket office. It's the only way you thought you could sneak in. They're not ours. Now come along. Cough up. Very funny.
See? Creating my own joy.
If that's the best you've got, it must be a very poor show.
I beg your pardon, good sir. I beg your pardon. How dare you insult me like that?
Well, do you put on a show? Can you? Is that within your remit?
I'm sure I could pull something out of the bag, for sure.
Well, I have a proposal for you.
Oh no.
By all means.
How about we overlook the fact that you're causing havoc, not being kind within our carnival.
Okay.
We overlook the fact that you have snuck in to our carnival,
Mm.
have not paid a ticket. The deal being, you perform in the halftime show. Show us what you've got.
I knew it.
You can be far more entertaining. Well, anything's got to be more entertaining than your poor repertoire so far.
As you wish.
It's
I'm
a,
sure I can figure out some form of routine.
it's a deal then.
If we're
Okay.
going to have these terms,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps it would be best for me to not deceive any further.
Okay.
And
Dude.
before, as they're kind of looking at me, kind of from the middle, kind of splitting up and down,
Mhm.
this ring of like green light emits around me, and my disguised self will truly drop, and they will see my true form, which I'm not going to reveal to everyone else because no one's there.
Oh, come on.
His true form's a butthole, an asshole, a jerk off.
They go,
Why
well,
you cock block me?
that is better. Hmm. And then one of the birds says, like, they've barely looked up, but they kind of pick up their top hat and go and kind of affix that to their head, and they say, we'll see you at the halftime show. Here. And they pass you a ticket. And they say, and it says, take one pass. And it says, this will get you on any attraction. May I recommend? What is he going to recommend? The Dragonfly.
Which one?
Dragonfly rides. Top right of the map.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thank you for your recommendation, and
I definitely misheard that and heard dragon farts.
Not
Dragon fart rides.
No.
I can show you the world.
Okay. We're going to hop to the folks inside the tent, which is Nanafun, Strelok, and Uria.
Hey.
Yeah, so you are at the event 4 hours into your journey at the Witchlight Carnival. And if you remember what happened last time, the lights went down and then a spotlight appeared and you saw this thin elf in a skin-tight leotard upon a ring suspended in midair above the audience in the center of this place. And then fireworks, lights, flames all going around, little bands, little carts happening, all around you, like beautiful acts of acrobatics, spinning, dances, performance of strength. You see Palsha come on stage in sort of wheeled in like a like sort of portable pool type thing, so she can sing, and also kind of combination of sort of balletic swimming and opera, and but then it's mixed up into some sort of strange dance tune where it gets everyone clapping, but she's singing opera a bit like that bit in Fifth Element. That's dazzling effects.
Very Cirque du Soleil.
It's beautiful, and it's crazy. Is there any way
Yeah,
you'd like-
Ura isn't Oz. She's just a maid looking like ah, we flying. I know you get down. What are you trying to do? Is this just a mermaid singing? Just really being a child.
Mhm. As you're sat there, even Nana is, although a smile doesn't come to the face, you see the eyes open like wild as someone's about to crash into the ground. They look like they've been dropped on the high trapeze, and then a water elemental sprouts out of the ground and just kind of absorbs them. They kind of splash into this thing, and then they kind of go into a dive and come out the other side in like a parkour. Like it's like diving out of water through a water elemental and do like a forwards roll, and then stand up with like a kind of ta-da and on the spot. And Nana's like, that was actually really good.
Yeah.
Stralok looked genuinely terrified at that moment.
Like, it's all a show.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Are you not enjoying yourself, Stralok?
Oh, it is pretty and scary.
It's the scary bit, isn't it?
Scary.
They're very well trained, Stralok.
Very high up.
Do you not like heights, Stralok?
I don't know.
Have you ever been up something high, like a tree, a mountain?
I can't remember.
Oh, it's one of them. You have a lot of them blanks, don't you, Stralok?
I don't know.
I guess you wouldn't.
Maybe.
Yeah, is there any way you'd like to react while you're watching this incredible show that's happening in front of you folks?
Is there anybody selling food in the stands?
Oh my god.
Yeah, there is. Do you want to? There is food that you can roll for in this book somewhere. Let me just find it. You can find out what you can find food wise.
Like the candy floss sellers and the hot bag of nuts and.
Did you bring Wizzy in with you?
Oh yeah, what happened to Wizzy?
Wizzy can be where you
Where's
want.
Wizzy? Wizzy is sitting right next to me.
Mhm.
Probably making a lot of other people feel slightly uncomfortable. The fact that there's a giant snail in the stands, just very slimy.
Yeah, so Wizzy's like in the aisle because Wizzy.
Whoever's sitting behind them is just not having a good time.
Yeah, like Wizzy's like in the aisle, so like because Wizzy won't fit in the bleachers, like the size of the shell won't literally fit between the stanchion.
Those are going to be some slippy steps.
Yeah. So you're trying. Yeah. There's someone walking around with like they look like they're selling something.
Strelok's just waving.
Oh, Stralok, I want your foot.
Food.
I want your foot too.
Hello.
They've got like balloons, but they're bobbing like balloons, but they're bobbing down. Like a helium balloon, but imagine a helium balloon that's pulling itself down. But they move like balloons, so they kind of boom, 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 boom.
Feels
Like
very irritating.
And they're walking around with them, and then people are taking one, and then there's a poof and confetti, and they're taking something out of the balloon.
Oh.
Hello.
And they approach both of you, and they're holding this thing. They appear to be like amphibian in some way, and the eyes blink like that.
Oh.
I reach to take one.
Silver.
Rosie's got all my money.
Do I have my money? Wait.
Money.
I do
Rosie's got
have my
all my
money.
money.
I do have my money on me.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's going to tap Stralok on the shoulder. Stralok, use my gold coin. Here, you can give it to the mister, and you ask for change, okay? Give it to the mister. Take the food for me and you.
silver.
Oh, you got to pay for my own, have I then, Uria?
Sorry?
I've got to pay for my own, have I, Uria?
I just hand the guy the gold coin.
I mean,
And he's like, silver.
Diana says, I've got to pay for my own, have I then, Uria?
I want one too.
Of course.
should You should have told me. Yeah, I'm going to pay for you 3 of us.
Okay, so you hand over gold to Strelok. Strelok, you have a gold coin?
Yeah. How many can I get for a gold coin?
You can have 3. Oh, well, how many for a whole gold? You can get 10.
Yeah. Get all 10.
You pay a gold, they give you 10 balloons. Would you like to roll?
I turn around and come back to them with 10 of these things.
Would you roll 10d8, please?
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and get a pen and paper ready.
Should I get my dice?
Christ. I'm going to get a Google Doc up. One moment. Okay. God. Where's that then? Right.
Triarch, why you took so many?
Oh, it doesn't show me the breakdown of it. I rolled 10. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Can you not see the
Try
plus
this.
beyond?
I'll try. Yeah, it doesn't show me. It shows me like the first 4, and then it just does
Oh,
the
okay,
total.
and then goes into things.
Bear with me. I'll do it on a different app. 10d8. No, that's d10. 10d8. Right. You ready for this?
Yeah, tell me how many ones you've got.
I got 1 1.
1. Okay, so you need to roll now. 1, 2. 1 1.
Kitty, kitty.
So you need to roll a d100 to get. Oh no, just so 1 1. Ignore that one for me. Okay, how many 2s?
Yeah. 1 2.
So a wooden wand with 8 charges. As an action, you can expel one of the wand's charges to cast the prestidigitation cantrip.
How many charges?
8. 8.
Bloody
Fine.
hell. 8 charges. Prestidigitation.
Yeah, it can't be recharged. It's useless afterwards. It becomes just a wooden
I
stick.
mean, that's 8 uses of prestidigitation for a barbarian. Right. So you need me to, and I've got 2 3s.
2 packets of pixie dust, which I'll give you the details for in a minute.
I didn't know I was getting all this stuff. I was looking for food. Fucking load of bloody magic items. Right, here we go. 3 5s.
You get 3 replica unicorn horns that are stuffed full of candy and sweets.
Oh boy.
Okay. And then I've got a 6.
A single application of magic face paint that you can apply to yourself or another creature, and the recipient gains the benefits of disguise self spell that lasts for 1 hour.
And then I've got a 7.
A cuddly toy spider that, as an action, you can stroke the spider to gain the benefit of spider climb. It gives you the results for 1 hour. Once used, the toy turns into a real spider and crawls away.
No.
Oh my god, this is fucking incredible. For 1 gold. Fucking hell, if I had my own money, I'd have given them, like, take it all, take it all. And an 8.
A glove puppet in the shape of a wizard. As an action, you can move the puppet's arms and it casts the minor illusion cantrip.
I'm in love with this. Right, and then for my 1, I need to roll a 1d100.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what the pixie dust does as well.
Okay. Sorry, guys. This slowed everything down a lot more than I thought it was going to. I rolled a 94.
A tasseled wine charm shaped like a sprite, so like a little toy, little miniature sprite. No magical, apparently. It's just a trinket. And you've got 2 packs of pixie dust, which you can, as an action, sprinkle it on yourself or another creature within 5 feet. They gain a flying speed of 30 feet and the ability to hover for 1 minute. And they float to the floor. If the spell ends, they don't drop. It's like featherfall on the end of it as well.
Okay, lovely. So
but it's Stralock, remember?
Okay. Just Stralock comes with all these like inflatable like things and just starts popping them, fucking confetti everywhere. Yeah. A lot of confetti gets on Wizzy and sticks to Wizzy. So Wizzy's kind of covered in confetti.
Wizzy's looking glamorous because it's like that glitter confetti as well. So like
I've got a glittery giant snail. And basically, as I start popping everything, like with each thing that comes out of it, I kind of bite it a little bit to see whether it's edible. Like with each thing, I can dip my finger in the dust and lick it, and just.
The only one that appears edible is the
unicorn candy. Eventually, I get to the unicorn candy and start chewing away at it.
Yeah, and you've got 3 of those, which is perfect for the audience.
So I hand a bag to Uria and I hand a bag to Nanafoon.
Stralock, can I have your spider? He's so cute.
The spider, sure. gives you the spider.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, it's cute. It has so many legs. It's
you
funny.
got quite a lot there, Stralock, for just a gold. You've got lots of little toys and trinkets. Are you happy? Now are you feeling a bit better? Maybe you get some food in your stomach and you'll feel a bit more like. Yeah, good. Yeah, he's having a good time now, Uria. He's got some little toys to play with. Good. Hope he'll enjoy the show. I think he might have been, getting a bit hungry. He'll have this as a snack. And then we'll have to take him for some proper food in a bit. Because he'll only get crotchety.
I know. But look, it's a spider. It's little legs.
I got loads of spiders. Nana pulls one from her hair. Look, I got loads.
Oh, but he's so tiny.
I got bigger ones. She reaches down the top.
I got the bigger one. Oh, can I pet the spider?
You can give it a go.
Oh. Hi, can I pet you?
Animal handling.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Is this a venomous spider by any chance?
Animal handling. Okay. Oh no, this is a +2. It's not so bad. It's a 12.
How's the spider feeling? Oh yeah, the spider kind of just arms up first. You put your finger on the middle of its head, and front legs down, and then it just scuttles back up Nana's sleeve after a brief bit of petting.
Oh, I go away.
Got little uns, nippers. Look after.
Okay.
They're awful itchy. So we will hop back to our stealth crew right now. Stealth crew. What's on? You're under a caravan, hidden. You just seen Kettlestein get chucked out.
What's Vivian?
Vivian's invisible.
When they were taking Palestine out, can I have gotten closer to the cart he was at?
To the cart that the bugbear was behind? Or?
Yeah, or one that I think looks more important than the rest.
I'll make a perception check.
See if I can hear anything.
Let's have a perception or investigation. Investigation, please. For I think that make more sense for trying to logically work out.
23.
Oh, you know which one it is. It's the gaily painted, beautifully elven inscribed one to the far back of this circle of wagons.
Pete, you're sort of, I don't know whether it's our connection, but you're like choppy. You're doing the.
I've got unstable. Sorry.
You've got what now?
I've got unstable connection going on. Sorry.
No worries. Did Vivian want to do something in the car?
Vivian's worked out which one it is.
Okay.
We don't know if you're going any further. Are you guys okay? Are you guys doing anything? You're under the cart.
Does Kremlin know which one it is, or can he plumb his bird mind for it?
You have been reprimanded multiple times there. You also know that there is something two very shiny things there.
Kremlin sort of nudges Rosalind, and it's just like, "It's the witch, Mr. Lights," and points out the main one.
Mm-hmm.
You get inside.
Okay, Kremlin, just. I'm whispering this, but I'm going to say
Kremlin is not whispering.
Kremlin, be quiet because we don't want to attract the attention and get kicked out of here. Has the
How's it?
Oh, I was gonna say, does Kremlin know the name of the bugbear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Burley.
Has he come?
Burley.
Did he come back in?
He only literally made the thing open.
Right.
Chucked your other bird friend, Kettle Steam, through, and
Dispatch Burley?
No, maybe distract Burley.
Kremlin runs
Batch. Like he's a bloody hit man.
Kremlin, it's at that point you feel your ankles grabbed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rosie, you see Kremlin dragged backwards out of this space.
Like a horror movie.
Like feathers, wings, and claws into the ground. You are cursory lifted up upside down in front of this giant pumpkin that stares into your face.
Hello, Burley.
Kremlin, what are you doing in here? You ain't got a staff pass anymore. How did you? What?
Many spikes.
Yes.
Many spikes.
Supposed to keep you out.
Painful.
You went through the bush.
Bush, yes. Through. Yes.
Deception.
You were just saying you're good at this, Joe.
Got it. I rolled a natural one, so.
I rolled the 17.
Yeah. So yeah. He's like, you're stupider than I thought.
Not stupid, smart. Through the spikes.
Yeah. Sorry, Viv. Oh, we're losing a DS for a minute. I've got some glitch going on there. Upside down, you, Vivian, would see this all going on, and I don't know if you know where Rosie is, but you probably would have seen them dash underneath, and then you might assume that they are beneath that wagon trying to keep extra quiet as Kremlin is held by the ankles and interrogated by Burley.
So I'm assume Rosalind is fine since he barely didn't grab her. The kind what Pedal Stream got caught, got kicked out, and now
Kremlin's probably gonna get kicked out.
Rosalind about to get kicked out, maybe. Damn, got revoked. That's is it possible for me to get inside the cart?
Yeah, the cart. Yeah,
Yeah, get inside the cart.
Your stealth is what, 17?
Oh, let me check. Because I do not remember.
Try and get him to drop you.
Stealth.
Kremlin's got an
18.
idea. Kremlin's got an idea, everyone.
Burley's like holding that, and he kind of glances over. No, he's too distracted with Kremlin. So yeah, you can move freely at this moment. Yeah, Kremlin, you're still held, so you're moving towards the cart. Vivian, you're on the steps about to go up to this cart. Kremlin, you're being held. What's your...
Okay, so Kremlin is going to try and search in his many pockets and things for his wand of dancing lights while he's upside down. And he's going to set the wand off into Burley's eyes.
Okay. So like the lights go off and they start spinning around in front of Burley's. I guess what you could do, what would be really, when you cast it, you kind of, because you're hanging upside down, you point it and you at Burley, but it casts on an item. So it casts on the pumpkin, but it's inside the pumpkin. So inside, you see through the eye slots are like these whirling lights of this strange jack-o'-lantern coming out on top of this bugbear's head. He's like, oh, I can't. And then, yeah, trying to get the pumpkin off its head, and you're dropped to the floor.
Okay, reduce one of your charges from your wand. As soon as I see Kremlin hit the ground, I'm going to scramble out.
Yeah.
And I am going to get within touch distance, as I can cast invisibility at a higher level. So I can target one additional creature for every slot level above second. But I think it just, with warlocks, you just cast it and it takes one of your slots and you just say, I cast it at that level.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna reduce the spell slot. I invisible myself and I invisible Kremlin. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Well, I can't see you because you're invisible. So
Kremlin is amazed at being invisible.
I think I just
spinning around.
I think I keep a hold of Kremlin's wing or like something. So I don't.
So, eventually, Burley like gets the pumpkin off, throws it away. There's like this disco pumpkin sat on the floor, spinning around, little lights dancing inside this this helmet, and they're like rubbing their eyes, looking around. Can you make a stealth check, the pair of you, please, with advantage because you got your invisibility? And he's going to roll with disadvantage and roll a natural one, so
good.
He's fucking invisible.
I rolled really bad as well.
First one was a 9. Second one was a 26.
My best roll was an 8.
You still beat by 1, so it's fine. Yeah. He's like, I ain't got time for this. Stupid birds everywhere getting inside this thing. Chuck one out, get another one in. I'll probably chuck that one out, and the other one will come back in. And then he stomps off on his rounds. He kind of peers into the big top and is like nodding cursorily that everything's going ahead. And then someone brings out, so you hear this kind of shout for Burley, and he goes inside the tent. Need this shifting, and you see Burley vanish inside the flaps of the big top. You are, as you think, on your own inside the area here. Viv, you are on the steps.
You could probably have done that as he passes by, or just ask Pete whether
Can I do a retrospective, slightly retrospective thing? Maybe. As he goes past, can I attempt to sleight of hand and steal his staff pass?
Wouldn't it have his picture on though?
It's still a staff pass.
Yeah, you can. Please make that with. You can try. Yeah, he's going to roll perception against you. You can probably make it. I'm going to say with advantage because you're invisible.
Roll again.
Okay. That's probably good. What? I've only got a 12. Oh, 13.
Yeah, your best one was a 13. Jeez.
I only got 13.
You search about this creature. There doesn't seem to be a physical item about him that is that, but you as you kind of reach into a pocket, you pull out like a little carving knife. It's ridged. You would assume maybe that this is for pumpkin carving.
Like one of those plastic little really rubbish ones from Sainsbury's.
Yeah. You are about to watch the. You're on the steps, Vivian, and as you place your feet on them, you see the bottom door swing open, and Lokiri, you emerge with the firm hand of Mr. Witch on your shoulder, saying, "It's about showtime, my new acquaintance. It's been
back in my human form."
Okay, cool. Oh, you're performing in this outfit, are you? I'm not sure which suits you better.
What about this? And I kind of changed my clothes to kind of somewhat quite like more extravagant. So there's like big bold green colors and like a long flowing like emerald green cloak.
Now you look like a real showman. And he pulls out that pocket watch from the inside of his waistcoat pocket. Vivian, you would see this. You'd see an individual human in a change into this glorious cape, being led down the steps with a kind of a firm hand, like you're not. You would probably be able to tell that this person is. Make an insight check, actually, Vivian. Let's see what you know. Nothing. What is it?
10 total. Oof.
This relationship is tense. You might get that. Yeah. And as you guys round the corner, you see this greyish elf with little tiny stubs of pointed ears, big top hat that stands up very tall, beautiful waistcoat and beautiful top coat, like checkered dark brown trousers, immaculately polished shoes, walking out across the thing. One hand they have a timepiece, like a stop, a pocket watch. In the other hand, they are kind of steering an individual, a human that you would know to be Sylvan, the person you met before, and you would know Vivian also. You look the same as Sylvan, right? Sorry, Lokiri.
Sorry?
Are you in the form that you were when you were Sylvan?
Sylvan.
Which is the name, the bullshit name you made up when they asked you your name.
Oh shit! Yes.
The fact that he doesn't remember it.
It's been a while.
All your identities, George.
That's just bad. Come on.
No. I'm just keeping you guys on your toes.
Yeah.
Can I point out that
Yeah, sure.
when we first met Sylvan, they were elven, and now they're human,
Oh, okay.
but going by the same name.
The same form that you were in when you first met these folks is what I'm trying to establish. Okay.
I say
Okay.
George is sus.
No, Lokiri.
Not
Well.
like George's. Insight to George.
Well, I rolled a natural 20, so
Yeah, you are being led cursory to the tent to do your show. probably at this point, should we have a bit of a quick break before we move on for anything else?
Yes,
So
I need to think
you
of a
guys are
show.
inside- You guys are inside watching this amazing show. You guys are outside watching a new act being led into the show.
Lokiri, stand up.
You are the next big thing, Lokiri. She go into
Just you wait. There's
Okay.
a reason. There's a reason that I've got a deck of cards.
Oh no.
Okay, cool.
Is this
Is
a
it a
deck
deck
of
of
many
illusions or
things?
Is this your
something?
card?
Nah,
That. I don't see
that should
it.
be the deck of illusions, man.
Here
Can't even
has a
come up
deck.
with his own magic.
He
Oh,
has
you
a
know
deck
what you should
of
do,
illusions.
George? You
Oh.
should use the Strahd deck.
I should, but I don't have it on me.
Save it. Save it for when we go back to.
It's still back up in
Strahd.
Birmingham.
Okay, cool. I'm going to pause this recording. There she is. Welcome back to the Wild Beyond the Witchlight and critically average play in that game. It is inside the arena. The show doesn't really come to a standstill, but there's kind of like a drum roll rolling in the backwards, a tight snare. And Mr. Witch is lower down on this silver spinning ring, and he drops like underneath it, and then the ring drops underneath him, and it kind of tumbles down almost like a slinky from the ceiling, like body and person and then ring then person, but there seems to be no rope or anything suspending this hoop in the air, and he comes to rest just above the floor, and the ring begins to pendulum swing like this, and as it
Yay.
comes out round the crowd, he's kind of like coming past his this great wand extended that the top of it spins, and it
Maria
spins.
is going to try to touch it. Try to see in the distance if she can.
What, touch the wand? Touch Mr. Light?
Oh, the one, yes. Just trying to see if she can. Yeah.
Oh, I'll let you make an Arcana check as you touch it.
Oh, oh no. Oh no. What have I done? 18.
As you touch this wand with its spinning top that is quite bedazzling, and it seems to spin faster when you hear the cheers of the crowd, and then it slows down again, and there's a cheer as he does there's another act that goes off in the background. The top spins faster, and you think that this is some sort of, you almost feel the happiness not being absorbed by it, but being registered by this spinning wand.
Nana, look. I think the one thing is measuring happiness. Nana,
Yeah,
are you
what of?
happy? Are you happy?
I'm always ecstatic, Urya, as you well know.
Why you don't look like it?
This is just my resting face.
Stralok, are you happy?
Hmm?
Are you
Yeah.
happy?
The face full of candy.
Can Stralok make a constitution check?
Oh no.
We should be good at these. A check or save.
A save, I guess.
Oh boy.
That tipped over from a 14 to a 4. So that's a flat 10.
Strelok, you start eating these sweets from the horn. You finish yours, you're dipping into Nana's. Nana is seemingly too absorbed within the thing that's happening around them. Strelok, you are going to gain an extra 5 foot movement speed. The sugar is coursing through your body.
Okay.
Oh my
but
God.
you're gonna get just your straight dex rolls. because you're going to be clumsy. You're just going to be hyper charging, just like so. You just got to roll you get no bonus to your dex, all right? Because you're just running.
No bonus to dex rolls. That's okay. I'm not very dexterous anyway.
So you got an extra 5 foot of movement speed if you wish to use that at some point. But you kind of your normal down to earth kind of thing is like there's something bubbling inside you. Your eyes are wide, and the pupils are like constricted. It's delicious and exciting, and the carnival is enthralling you even more.
Yeah, Lokiri is going to see this and be like, okay, those candies are weird. Just give it to Nana.
There's actually nothing wrong with the candy. It's just the sheer volume that is eaten.
It's literally just a sugar rush. You are able to, if you wish to, the sneak crew, as I'm going to call them. What are you doing as you see this individual being led through to the front? Roslyn, Cramlin, and Vivian.
Yes, we are invisible. I don't. I'm. You can go through. I'm not going to. He's taken away one of the people. I think that we want to be out of the carriage, right? I think they've come out of the carriage. Did
they both come out of the carriage?
I think so.
Pete? Yeah, they both. Mr. Witch, the one in a beautiful suit, has got a hand on the shoulder of the individual that you know as Sylvan, and is leading them down the steps and leading them towards the carnival, the big top, like leading them to the main performance area.
I mean, they're alive, so I mean, good luck.
Two fucks not given.
I'm not speaking. I'm just gonna tug Cramlin gently towards the big carriage.
Cramlin is going to do his best sneaking to be quiet to get to the door of the carriage.
Same.
And
your eyes would also immediately be drawn to the shiny that Mr. Witch has upon his person, which is a beautiful pocket watch.
That the watch, which you can see.
Wait, to clarify, because I'm getting confused. Which is the one with the candle or the wand, and light is the one with the pocket watch, right?
Hi, Bean.
No, Mr. Witch is pocket watch suit. Looks like.
Okay, that's Witch, and then light is the one with the wand.
Yes.
All right. Okay, just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Yeah.
But Witch is going into the building.
Yeah, into the big top with like
the main big top tent. You've got about maybe a minute before they reach the tent.
I will not be letting go of your arm. You will have to, if you want to go somewhere, you are going to have to try and break free.
Cramlin is just going to hiss essentially the word watch.
She's not going to let go.
And start moving towards.
No, I'm going to resist.
Strength athletics, in fact. Sorry, strength athletics checks.
You're not going to go
grappling, crumbling.
Athletics.
Yeah, for grapple.
Oh, I rolled pretty well.
How do I...
Athletics. So you just want to press that one.
Can I point out that Cramlin is more like a 4-year-old than Stralock, simply because when Cramlin didn't want to go somewhere, he just went limp and was just like, no, I'm not moving. And now when he wants to go somewhere, he's pulling like a toddler.
This is just James, isn't it? It's James.
Like
James isn't RPing. He's just.
I can imagine, like later on, if this party ever continued, it'd be like, right, is there someone that can like forge us magical reins for Cramlin? Like having one, like.
Yeah, literally, I had that in my head. I was just like,
go for a little run, but not too far.
Well, see now, Kremlin, I got an 18.
I got a 4.
Kremlin, you go nowhere.
I think what I do is do a little sort of, you know, sometimes when kids are leaning into pulling on like your hand and you sort of try and spin them round so that they go in the direction you want them to, you sort of redistribute their like fulcrum of balance.
Yeah, like whoop, like, and like Kremlin, you are now heading at speed towards the other caravan. Vivian, you have no idea what they are because they're invisible. Lokiri, you're being led towards the big top.
Did you want to do something else, James? No.
Do I see anyone inside the caravan?
No.
Empty.
When you kind of glance in and you kind of listening in with your passive, you would assume that this place has now been emptied. These are the 2 individuals that were inside.
I don't have message, so I can't. I'll break this button. Yeah, I'll go in. Yeah, see what happens. I go inside the caravan.
Is oh god, what was the pumpkin bugbear called again?
Burley?
Burley. I was going to say Sturgis for some reason. It's from a game, I think. Anyway, is he still around, having taken
up? Beckoned inside the tent and has not returned yet.
Okay, so I think as I approach the carriage, tugging hissing Kremlin along, or clicking, hissing and clicking, doing like weird bird noises. Go, Vivian.
Right, hear her? Yeah.
Wow. I've got Kremlin. As you can hear. Are we going in? Let's go in.
We already have the door halfway open. Yeah.
Okay. You duck in.
Vivian and Rosalind are gonna eventually adopt a small Kenku child one day. It's like the future of our characters.
As your character arc, when you settle down.
Got a like orphanage for terrible delinquent Kenkus. You've got a rowdy Kenku. Come to Vivian and Rosalind.
You think I should have that in Gotham, George? I mean, not George. Pete? That you go to the orphanage because you want to have a bunch of children spies working for you?
Hey.
Can be called Le Casual Foe.
That's not this game, hey. Look, that
one
plan,
character from that world.
My rake plan and my children's spy plan is brilliant.
We'll see. But yes. Continue.
So you're inside a small caravan. 2 bunks are there. Please make an investigation.
Oh, I'll do it. I think I have like a +8.
Anyone that's looking. Tell me what you're doing. I guess are you looking carefully?
I think so. We're looking for. Kettlestein thinks something is going on in the carnival, and so really, what I'm looking for is anywhere where you would. I'm looking for, but this is a fairly secure area, so maybe. I'm gonna maybe look for slightly less obvious places, like maybe, you know, if there's any sort of like dressers or drawers, I'm maybe gonna look inside drawers, but kind of lift things up. Maybe the sock drawer, the underwear drawer. Okay. I'm looking for like any like stuff that you don't want people to easily find. Like, and stuff. Sorry. Sorry, go on. Didn't we find saucy etchings in Strahd game in one of the Irina's drawers? I think we did.
Yeah, there was some sort of saucy etching, I believe, at Arena's place.
They weren't Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Shall I roll investigation then?
If anyone is investigating to investigate, you've got to deal with the Kremlin. So while you're investigating, you've got to make the choice to let go of the Kremlin.
I think I will
try to do something with Kremlin to.
Well, I mean, this is now more interesting, and Vivian is here, so I think I will let go of Kremlin.
Did you shut the door after you?
I didn't shut the door. No, that would be suspicious.
What? I thought the door was closed when they left.
Yeah, so the door was closed when they left. You opened it to get inside. Rosie was in behind you. Kremlin, the door is open. You have been released.
So we would have closed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Kremlin, you're in.
Okay. I
Door
mean,
shut behind you.
struggling a little bit. He's like, but he's going to quickly look around if there's anything shiny around.
Okay. Investigations, everybody. Then let's see what we find.
Oh, I know Calistine told us about a conversation they heard between Witch and Light. I want to see if I can find anything that correlates or relates to any of that. And yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You said investigation?
Yes, all of your investigations. So you're looking for something relating to the thing where they.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a 1. Ooh, 15.
15. Yeah. Okay. So you find, Vivian, as you're looking, it's something that doesn't. Everything here is beautified. Everything is here to look glamorous and glitzy and showy, basically. What you find is something that's the complete antithesis of this, the opposite. You find something that is so mundane in its appearance, even though it has it's decorative or symbolic in some way. You find a wooden token, and it is of an hourglass.
From the hourglass coven? Would it have when I?
It doesn't say member of or anything on it.
Damn. Okay. But it's an hourglass.
Oh
does it
no.
Does it have any engravings or a symbol on it, or is it just like a simple hourglass?
No.
Make an investigation or arcana check.
Oh, arcana for sure. Oh, that's a 2 for a total of 13.
I know what it is.
It kind of hums, but it doesn't. You can tell it's magical in some sense. But you're
wait,
not...
I have identify. I think I do. Let me check.
I also
I do have identify.
But I only have it as a ritual, so if you've got to like.
Yeah, I'll cast identify. Takes a minute, but I'll cast it.
You believe this item to be like a contractual bind.
Ooh.
Like it is a token of a contract. It has no magical property other than to bind someone to a deal.
Blackmail. Finally. Okay. Yes. I'm excited.
You might believe that Witch and Light have entered into something with this.
With this coven.
With this coven. Yeah, indeed.
Yes.
And when we heard coven or covenant from Kettlestein, because I've written down covenant.
Oh, I think I told you covenant, but it's coven.
Okay.
I was thinking of Halo when we were talking. Because of
Such a nerd.
I'm looking for any writings anywhere, but I only rolled like an 8 on my investigation, so I'm looking for any written.
You go for the drawers that you think they might be in, and what you find is
Underwear.
the used Mr. Light outfits.
Used Mr. Oh, the leotards. Ugh.
Yeah, skin tight.
Not washed. Just there waiting. Ugh.
Yeah. And Kremlin, what was your role? Was it
Kremlin got 19.
19? Oh, lovely. So
We
when
have
you
to stick from outside.
roll a D8 because you're just generally searching for shinies. So D8.
Nice.
A D8 over here. And then whatever D8 is. Down, 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 down,
yeah.
down. And then roll. Click the roll button.
I'm clicking the roll button, and I got a 3.
You get some pixie dust, which is the same as Luke's stuff, which is sprinkling it on yourself or someone within 5 feet of you, and you can fly for. You get a fly speed of 30 feet, which you already have because you're a Kenku, I believe.
Kenkus can't fly, I don't
They
think.
can't fly.
Oh no, Sarah Cochran's doing. So you can fly for 30 feet and hover for 1 minute.
Hmm.
Let me just.
Should we just see
Drink
like,
with leg.
magic dust like hovering around where Kremlin's house is?
This scene is kind of quite interesting because what you just anybody that's looking where anyone's searching is just like drawers opening and like things being lifted, and then this like stretchy piece of like lycra lifted from the floor, then and then tossed across the room, and then like a little pouch being lifted up, and then this kind of in the middle of the room being turned over in that like slowly and examined is like this wooden token, just like and like a leather thonging that comes from it like that being turned over in the air. And Vivian knows what it is. You just find underpants, and Kremlin, you got pixie dust.
I'll say I put the hourglass away in my stuff, so that's not just floating there.
Take it. You take it. Cool. Okay.
Oh,
What did we find? I just found
Dust.
who does the washing in this carnival? Was it you, Kremlin? Because I expect that
Kremlin
it was
don't
because
wash.
it wasn't done. Let's get
one.
Kremlin rarely wash.
No one.
Pretty sure no
does the
one
wash.
wants to do the watch. But yes,
rubbing like leotard crotches.
yeah, it's like that's why you have the proper
Gathering
presentation. That's why there's so many ones.
You want to get a good lava up, you know.
Get the gusset clean. I hate that word, gusset.
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 It's like panties as well. Panties.
Gusset. Okay, are we done in here? What did we find? Did we find something
Back
useful?
to the gates. Back to the thing.
Well, I haven't found anything nice and useful.
Shiny.
Would you just go, Kremlin? Go on. I'm gonna.
Kremlin.
He's an addict. He's such an addict.
If we leave this, we're going to leave this caravan. You might want to go to the other folks. But before we leave, I kind of want to see if there's another next fanciest cart. I don't want to leave without something.
Okay. Lovely.
I need something. I spent so much time sneaking in this place. I need to find something.
Mr. Mr. Light, sorry, is spinning round on his silver hoop, everybody that's inside the show. And he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special act for you all this evening.
Oh,
Would you, what have you told them your name is, Lokiri?"
So I've told them that my actual name is Sylvan, but my show name is the God of Stories.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage a new performer, Lokiri. Sylvan, the God of Stories. And the flames rise up
This is
Completely
canon.
outed you.
This is canon.
Completely outed you.
As the flames rise up, I
You
will.
look behind the curtain, and Mr. Witch has got his hand on your shoulder, and he kind of gently whispers in your ear and says, "Remember, for the best of the carnival, behave yourself, Sylph." And kind of gives you a little bit of a encouraging push, release through the curtain.
Okay, yeah, okay. So as he kind of pushes me, I kind of stumble into a misty step.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I appear in the middle of the tent, like the middle of the is it like a ring?
Yeah, it's a ring. It's like a big circus ring, a sandy floor, little wooden barriers that are painted similarly to Mr. Light stuff.
I don't know what I need to.
In the middle, you suddenly see this
kind of
figure appear. Stralok, Uria, and Nana go, "We know him."
Yeah, so I appear in the middle of this ring with this long, like emerald flowing cape and this ornate headpiece, which is kind of 3 golden horns, 2 coming up from the front and curling up, and 1 curling up from the back. I kind of lift my hands up and using minor illusion, with one, I kind of create like these little fireworks that come out of my hands, and kind of a deep bow.
Yeah, as soon as you finish this, Uria is going to get up and just wave at, "Hey, friend! Hi!"
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will indulge me,
Hi!
I wish to tell you and show you a story, if you will.
Oh.
But first, I need a
Be
volunteer.
good.
I need a volunteer from the audience.
Me!
Yes.
Stralok has already like stood up. Like absolutely wired.
Seeing
jittery as fuck.
Seeing as there is 2 volunteers, would you please both join me down here?
Yes.
Go on, kids, have fun. Go on.
Yeah, and she just
Go,
jumps.
Stralok, hand me the rest of your sweets. Come on. You can't have them up there. Everyone's going to be looking at you. You've already got it all around your face. Like your face is like literally like glossy.
Yeah, she jumps.
We'll do this, and it just kind of smears up the side.
Yeah, she jumps on Stralok's back and just come on.
Wizzy tries joining you, Stralok.
I jump up on Wizzy's back and I pull her ear up as well. We go down the bleachers on Wizzy's back.
Like Wizzy slides into the middle of the arena. You now have a giant snail, Stralok and Uriel.
Someone who knows how to make an entrance. That will.
The crowd are applauding. They're like, "Giant snails. We didn't even pay to see the snails, and that's the other place."
That will no doubt add to the glory of the story. Now, madam, what is your name?
I'm Uria. I'm a cleric.
Uria, a pleasure. And yourself?
Stralok.
Stralok. A pleasure.
My name is Stralok. I'm Stralok.
Uria, would you please
Stralok
pick a number between 1 and 34? In fact, both of you pick a number.
Don't you have a 69?
No.
There's a snigger around the audience. They clap.
Just hold up.
5.
12.
And what was that?
12.
12. Excellent. So, thank you. If you would please return to your seats.
Okay.
So
Come on,
then
Spollock.
you see Lokiri take out this deck, kind of throw it around so that the cards kind of fly everywhere.
Oh.
Not fly, but like kind of like levitate in front of him.
Yeah.
And he picks out the 5th card and the 12th card. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a tale involving, I need to look this up.
I love it.
A hill giant. He kind of throws his arm, his left arm, and in doing so, he will cast Firebolt at the floor, just ahead of the card that he throws, and the fire impacts, cause this huge eruption, and then the image of a hill giant appears, full size in all its glory. And
Are they animate? Sorry.
yeah. So they
So you would all see this kind of hulking hill giant with like a club or something in hand.
like they don't move like around; they just kind of stand in place.
Mm-hmm.
Strelok immediately charges.
You've gone back to your seat, I think.
Strelok, as soon as Strelok sees this, he's going to run down and try and grab Lokiri and pull him out the way of the hill giant, because he genuinely is going to think that this thing's fucking real.
In this one action, how long does it take to draw a card, Lokiri?
Oh, he's actually like.
Okay. Can within the deck, does it say as an action, or is it an action to throw each card?
You can use an action to draw a card at random from the deck and throw it on the ground. Yeah.
Okay, so in turns, you can throw your hill giant before a charging Strelok charges towards you. Strelok, what are you doing to?
I'm just going to try and pick him up while shouting, "Run away!"
Okay, are you resisting Lokiri as Strelok charges towards you?
So as he like runs towards where Lokiri is standing, as he goes to tackle him, he just passes straight through, because I used silent image to project myself forward while I'm kind of at the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Chances are Strelok will probably just absolutely stack it then.
Yeah. Strelok, you into the sand.
So then as he goes through the projection, I will drop concentration on it. It will like fizzle out into like green smoke, and I will appear at the back being like, "Well, you got me."
Another.
I'm actually here.
Ajax, you big dummy.
And then
She's going to come down really quick just to pick him up and patch him up like his boo-boo and get him back.
as I was saying,
Strelok, I got more sweets. Come on.
this is a story of a hill giant, and I've forgotten what the other fucking thing was.
And a thing.
And a thing. Oh shit! Yeah, how could I forget?
Just an illusion, so you don't have to feel bad.
And he again goes with his right arm. An almighty lich.
The crowd all like gasp at this hideous form that launches up from this card. Its haggard, drawn face, eye sockets deep with black.
This is the tale of my brother. Long, long ago, the hill giants of a realm far beyond yours were ruled by this almighty lich.
Boo! Boo!
Boo indeed, of course. For years, this lich reigned over these giants with terror, until word spread to the golden city of Mistas, where I myself resided for many years, along with my brother, Thrain. Now, Thrain was father's favourite. Of course he was.
Can I make an history check?
It's a story.
You could in a minute. Yeah, keep going.
Now, brother mine was the favourite. He was, handsome, strong, good-looking, and always had father's favourite. Favour, even. English.
Common.
We received word that these giants were, in need of help. So myself and Brother Thrain were sent to confront this lich and parley, if you would. We make it there, and we are met with nothing but more of these giants, all under the control of said lich. When we reach his main chamber, bound by shackles, we are knelt before this thing. And my brother, being my brother, he wasn't one to sit around and wait for things to happen. He burst from his chain. Fire was shot everywhere from this lich. And again, I will kind of firebolt the ground, just kind of here, there, and everywhere.
Mark off the spell slots for the number of times you do it.
Cantrips, baby. As my brother fought, I did what I could, but he was no match for this lich. They fought for hours. It got a little bit boring, if you ask me. In the end, my brother raised his axe and struck the final blow. But what he did not see was the hill giant behind him, who impaled him with what I can only describe as a bone dagger. And I kind of destroy, but like recall the lich card.
Yeah.
And then I throw out another card behind me, which is again with a firebolt. These four like men dressed in head to toe in golden armor, and in front of them this one grander looking man in like golden trimmed armor, it's like lots of green and like jewels. The cavalry arrived. It was father and his most trusted bodyguards, who managed to cut their way through giant after giant and made it to my brother just in time in order to patch his wound. And ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to say that he lives to this day, and the lich and the hill giants were defeated. The giants now live in peace off in this far distant realm. Thank you for listening to my story, and I shall see you all very soon. And with that, I misty step back out.
And the crowd, epic. Roars of approval, big applause, and there is great nodding. And Mr. Light kind of swings around the auditorium, kind of, well, that was. fantastic. What an amazing performance. Please put your hands together. And kind of he's like pumping your like the crowd for you a little bit more to give you like a bit more kind of pizzazz. The energy that you picked up from that is you think that you did really well. Again, you feel that heavy hand on your shoulder. But Cramlin, you were charging, I believe, after Mr. Witch.
Sneakily charging.
Sneakily charging. Okay, so I'm going to say you can get to the edge of the tent before you've got to make a stealth check against him, or a sleight of hand check if you want to try and steal the pocket watch.
You're going to go straight in with a snatch with the sleight of hand.
Go for it.
It's a 28.
Oh, let's see.
Jesus.
Got a bloody natural 20, didn't I, as well? But I've only got 23. So yeah, it's yours. It's
Yeah. Wouldn't a crit though? Well,
not on ability checks. Not on ability checks. It actually
It's only count in battle, so
technically it's kind of a loosey goosey rule. That
That's why it's about what for a max of what kind of.
Yeah, it's critical hits and critical fails. But so you have the shiny pocket watch of Mr. Witch, and Lokiri, and then you see suddenly an individual like appear in front of him. It's the person that you met earlier in the thing. It's the person you saw get led through.
Mm-hmm.
It's Kremlin. You can see Sylvan, or the individual you know as Sylvan, and Mr. Witch congratulates him and says, "Well, I'm sorry to have doubted you, Mr. Sylvan. I'm humbled by your performance and your tale. Was there any truth in it? You told it with such vigor."
Well, that would be telling. Surely you can keep some mysteries. But I will just say that they don't call me the god of stories for no reason.
It was a mighty fine tale. The show is ending now. You are the last act to perform. We have other business to attend to. Our qualm with you is done. I'm going to return to enjoying the carnival, but part of this would be that you maintain your positive state of mind. If that's okay.
As you wish. And I kind of look him in the eye and kind of flicker from my sylvan eyes to my natural eyes.
Okay.
And back.
Gremlin, make a perception check. What's your passive, Gremlin?
Where is that?
Passive perception. Jeez, it's 18.
Oh fuck! You see whatever occurs on this Sylvan's face. So Sylvan's like elf eyes.
Yeah.
Go to
They go from elven eyes to bright green, slightly reptilian eyes.
You'll have to tell me what that means later.
I don't know what it means. It's just that George's character's got weird eyes.
Cool.
It's whatever Kremlin thinks it means, but he's got a nice watch now.
Kremlin's got the nice watch. Kremlin sort of slinks into the shadows behind.
You are invisible as well, which is excellent.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you're still invisible, yeah.
Excellent.
It lasts for an hour unless you
Really?
attack or cast something, but you don't know that.
Yeah, Kremlin.
I'll say, I like to think that maybe Kremlin, even though he's invisible, would be like,
Yeah,
It's still just like,
still pulls up the cape,
Yeah.
like the extended long cloak, and vanishes. Like, but only he can witness this. I'm gonna say you can make a nature check, Kremlin. It's gonna be a really high DC to see if you would recognize what those eyes
okay.
are.
Oh, it was almost in that 20.
It's a 14.
It bounced on it.
14 with a plus on it, or is that what your total roll?
14.
You're not deceiving. Sure. What would be your passive deception, George?
I
Passive.
think so. We're going to ask a question.
Is it under intelligence, isn't it?
Deception is charisma, right?
Yeah, charisma.
Passive.
Don't know how you do passive charisma.
You
No.
can do it on all checks. There's always a
I actually
passive.
think it would be 8
Is it-
plus
is
your
it
proficiency
8 plus
plus your
proficiency
charisma.
plus-
Yeah.
yeah.
So George, what's your proficiency bonus? 2, 3, 2.
3, isn't it, for us?
3 plus 8 plus what was it? Sorry.
Sorry.
It's 10
my
because
housemate
when
just
I
came
look
in,
at
so
the
I missed that. What?
sheet. Sorry.
We're just trying to work out what your passive charisma.
What's your charisma?
Oh.
What's your charisma modifier?
So charisma
No,
modifiers
but if
plus
it's
4.
passes, then they'll start at 10.
So it'll be
Because
15.
everything will start at
Yes,
10
it's a
for the
10
base.
for the passive.
Oh, is it 10 for the passive?
So it's-
No, okay.
Yeah, for passive it's baseline 10
It's
and
7.
as it's lower, then
It'll be 17 then.
17.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't quite get what it is with a roll of a 14 there. Then Kremlin with a you don't pick it up. Yeah. So Kremlin, you're kind of sneaking back out the tent, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The show is coming to a close. Stralok, Uria, and everyone is being led out. The stream of people are going outside. Stralok, don't feel bad.
Sherlock's still trying to figure out what the hell just happened. It's kind of like constantly glancing back, trying to see if there's fucking hill giants anywhere.
Sherlock.
Yeah. Sorry, go on, Uria. You
Oh, sorry. Sherlock, this was an illusion. It wasn't real.
Mm.
You know, it's like when you project an image, and you place your hand before the light, and your hand is on the wall. It's like this, but with a person.
Mm.
Oh, it's very
Okay.
This
Uria,
guy's-
you're confusing the poor boy. Like, have you ever done shadow puppet, Stralok? Round the
I
campfire,
Like a bunny.
like a bunny. Yeah. Have you ever done a
Yeah.
bunny on the? Yeah, that's what that was, but a bit better.
Oh. Big bunny.
A big hill giant bunny. Yeah, it seems our friend Sylvan can do those kind of things, which we hadn't previously discovered about him. Yeah, Viz.
Wait, do we know for the
would
deck?
Nan recognize his magic?
Yeah, because I
Just
was
out of
thinking
curiosity.
we did saw Lokiri use this kind of cards, and I was wondering, do we
I'm just
recognize
curious.
this?
We saw the cards on the cart, didn't we? In the one shot.
I don't think we ever found out that there were cards, though. We just saw that there were these illusions. We never.
Yeah, we found out there
I
were.
don't think you ever identified that there was any cards involved.
Nobody did Arcana checks to find out how that illusion was created. I think George told us afterwards. OOC.
I don't think the cards were ever discovered.
Revealed because mostly because Bean's character was chucking carts everywhere, basically. So
There's a lot of Luciuses to deal with. We're more focused on the amount of bandit Luciuses to kill.
Yeah, motherfuckers kept shooting me down, man. Fucking hell them.
Yeah, you were ready.
Yeah.
It was great. It was awesome. It was great. It was really fun. Yeah, so yeah, you're coming to a close. You kind of get outside. Rosalind, Kremlin, and Vivian, you're in the backstage area and you know you shouldn't be there. You can feel the couple of people start walking out of the place. There are more bodies filing out. There are animals, carts, all kind of being led out of the arena.
Would they hear the emergence of the crowd?
Sorry?
Would they hear the emergence of the crowd coming from the big top?
Yeah, they would hear like the actors leave, the performers leaving the stage first, as there's always a like a round of applause going off first. So you hear this huge round of crescendo, and people start filtering back into the staff area. What are you going to do?
Should probably sneak through.
Well, we don't know if it just opens. So I suppose, like, let's head towards. I will. We're all invisible, so we can't really see what each other are doing. So I'm going to head towards where the exit bit opening of the hedge is. Kind of, sort of, maybe pass my hand in front of it, and if nothing happens, I'm going to kind of tuck myself to the side.
Okay. Yeah, you waving, nothing occurs.
Imagine if it was that easy.
I mean, it's just Kremlin was banned. Just Kremlin was banned.
Just anybody else, absolutely fine. Just not Kremlin.
You see a guy walking along with a large top hat, like talking, looking upwards, going, "Well, I think we did all right. I know, but I dropped that ball." You hear another voice say, "But yet you didn't. You fumbled it, and then I could just chuck it back to you. It's fine. It's no problem at all. Look, let's discuss it. Maybe we can change it. It's okay." And the guy lifts off his top hat, and underneath there's it's a very tall top hat. There's a gnome like on his head. It's like, "Look, it's fine." And like they walk out, and they're just having this conversation. The two of them, one on top of the other one's head, like obscured by the top hat. The other one's also wearing a top hat. And they walk out towards the edge, and they just wave a hand, and they're carrying on. It's like, "Let's go to the orchard and get some food." And they kind of they walk out, and then there is a gap.
If there's a gap, I'm gonna go for it. But kind of like, if this is the if this is the edge, I'm gonna kind of go around the edge.
Like that. Like yeah, you can dash through.
Are you gonna go through, or Vivian? I don't know what you're both up to.
Kremlin creep towards the staff exit as well, so being visible, slightly distracted by the shiny thing in his hands.
Oh
Kind
boy!
Of around almost with glee.
Were you still in the first cart, or did you go and check out another cart?
I was going to another cart and try and steal something useful, but too many people started coming out of the big top. No, it's not going to happen. I
kind of want to stay and talk to them, but then again, I'm kind of hungry.
You do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna roll. I'll roll.
Kremlin, you're standing by that exit, and all of a sudden, at high speed, shooting out of the tent, comes a small chariot being pulled by weasels, and on the back are two little pixies. Like, "Go boys, go boys, go! I'm not getting stuck at the back of the line again." And then they shoot out. They wave their hand. The bush opens. You're able to sneak through, and you see this little chariot speed off towards the north of the carnival, going, "I ain't queuing. They're not going to run out of biscuits." And they off into the.
Kremlin loves biscuits. So
who doesn't? Vivian, can I remind you that I think you're the one with the quite important item. So if you do stay and it's found on you, perhaps that's not the best. Up to you.
What do I have?
You have some kind of hourglass.
Oh, the hourglass. Did I tell you? I guess what I told you.
Rosalind doesn't know.
Yeah, I think I just picked it up, knew where it was, and just put it in my pocket.
You would have seen something taken from there, though, Rosalind. Even as Rosalind, you would have seen that token like levitate in the air for a moment and then vanish.
Yeah. But it's still up to you what you want to do.
But you've already snuck out, so you're not there. So
yeah. I rolled, and that was a low roll. So I guess I'll leave. Yeah, I'll leave.
Kremlin is shooting after this chariot.
Okay. You're invisible, shooting off, running. Are you making any like hungry sounds, or are you just chasing weasels?
Mostly the idea of biscuits.
Okay. You see Vivian as you wait
Avoid
by
the
the
Polly
exit.
wants to crack a joke.
A tiefling walk by you, and they kind of are like practicing, and they keep like casting little dancing figures on their hands in flame, like made of fire, and then they close their hand and they open them again, like, it wasn't so bad, it's fine. And this little dancing figure kind of spins and dances, and they wave their hand and the door opens and you're able to exit through the thing. You guys are all led outside, Stralok, Uria and Nana. Stralok, we better get you something to eat. Come on, let's get up.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Also, sweets are not good for your stomach. I can hear you, but I won't if you keep behaving, okay?
Come on, Stralok. Don't look like that. Don't look like me.
If
She
we
tries to imitate you, actually.
if Rosalind can see the crowd coming out of the big top,
Would
I try and join the crowd coming out of the big top and drop invisibility in amongst the crowd. So that would also work for you.
Kremlin is just in the middle of the thing and just...
Running after weasels appears.
um.
Oh, it was a great show, wasn't it? Yes, it was a great show. Yes.
And yeah, you just see in the distance, Rosalind, as you drop your thing, you could just see this this tall legs sticking out, shuffling at top speed after weasels. Kremlin, Vivian, you kind of see the crowd. You see Rosalind appear. In that crowd, everyone starts seeing each other, like Uria and Stralok and Nana. And if you stay invisible, obviously they can't see you, Vivian. But the rest of them.
Oh, I was gonna do what Rosalind did to me, like with the hands, yeah, like that, and then appear.
Okay, yeah. So you're kind of blending in, so you're like the rest of the crowd. A couple of people go, huh? But it's all part of the show, really, isn't it? You're in this magical, wonderful land of whimsy, and they just think that the show never stops here at the Witchlight Carnival. You've all enjoyed your performance. You've seen a wonderful thing happen from your newfound companion.
No.
And Sylvan, you are now being walked by Mr. Light and Mr. Witch towards the spiked hedge at the side where you were led through by Burley earlier. This is a much more gentle proceeding as they lead you through, and they say, and even Mr. Witch, Mr. Light is saying, look, if you ever feel like running away with the circus, we have openings that you may enter.
I very much appreciate your offer. I will keep it under advisement. For now, at least, I'm happy to do the odd one-off story as I did today. But as of this very moment, I have other matters to attend to. Thank you for
Music.
Thank you for your understanding of my situation.
Well, we don't rightly understand your situation. What is the other business you got to attend?
Again, some mysteries and some stories are better left untold.
Oh, go on, let on.
Maybe another day. Gentlemen, adieu.
Maybe we could be of assistance if you ever decide to and then there's this little chap walks past, absolutely smeared in baked beans, and says, "Spill the beans."
Oh,
George,
So, if I feel that the two of
you
you
know
would
why?
be an asset to my adventurings, I will not hesitate to seek you out. I appreciate that. Thank you, gentlemen.
Make sure you use your ticket. Oh, here. And Mr. Light gives you a ticket. And this says entrance to the feasting orchard on it.
Thank you. I
Get
will.
yourself some food. You at least deserve that after such a fantastic performance.
Thank you. I will indulge.
Very well. And with you all heading to the north of the carnival, heading towards the feasting orchard to try and calm Strelok's poor sugar-addled brain, refill stomachs after sneaking round in the back part, and Lokiri with a free dinner pass, which I'm sure Lokiri would not give up.
Nope.
And Nana just being generally hungry, we shall end our adventure for today.
Oh, I wanted to look for Lokiri. Just
it's the line of people merging into the crowd. So if you want to seek them out in the next episode, I think that's a good thing to do, but probably not right now, just because of time, folks. So,
okay.
yeah.
whole weeks to plan your conversation with Lokiri.
Believe me, I will.
How are you
Yeah,
gonna-
I already have one planned out. Oh, I'm ready.
First,
I don't shoot him first.
And I have weeks to plan out more stories.
I just-
yeah, that was fantastic, everyone. Thank you for playing.
Thanks, Pete.